Mm-hmm. It's the power of the P, baby. Hey guys, it's your girl Alicia, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with a brand new show. Yes, it's another anime. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I'm going to be jumping more into animes going into the last part of the year here, and I'm very, very excited to jump into this one because it is a brand new, as of 2023 anime. It's one that I've been very excited about checking out since I saw the trailers some time ago, and it is Hell's Paradise. So again, I was just drawn to it from what I saw of the trailers. It looks like the right mix of action and character development, and I just kind of like those kind of animes where there's a little bit of a fantasy element but also some crazy but just some good storytelling. So I've got high hopes for it. I've heard really good things about the people who've been watching it so far, so I'm excited to jump into it. But as I always do with brand new shows, I like to read the synopsis so I get an overall high level view of what the show is supposed to be about, because one thing about them trailers, they give you very little about the plot. We're going to go to Wikipedia, the true source of everything. And according to it, Hell's Paradise, which the Japanese name is Jigokuraku, I believe. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Sorry to any Japanese people who are watching this and might have heard me say that. And it said it's a Japanese manga that's written and illustrated by Yuji Kaku. Okay. The plot. Captured during an assassination mission, Gabimaru the Hollow is sentenced to be executed, but nothing seems to kill him due to his superhuman body. Believing his love for his wife to be subconsciously keeping him alive, executioner Yamada Isaman Sagiri offers him the chance to be pardoned of all crimes by the shogunate if he finds the elixir of life on Shinsenkyo, a legendary realm recently discovered southwest of the Ryukyu Kingdom. That was the longest run-on sentence ever. Whoever wrote this, grammar, folks. After losing 5 expedition teams sent to the island, this time the shogunate sends a group of death row convicts. The convicts are then given a Yamada Asaman executioner who they must return with in order to obtain the pardon. Okie dokie. That's a handful, but we get an idea. It's basically Suicide Squad, but like, Shogun era of Japan style, I guess. And looks like our main character is Mr. Gabimaru the Hollow. So that's not a great name. The Hollow probably indicates that he's not the very affectionate guy. And for what I remember of the trailers, there was a very crazy-eyed looking man in there. So I'm assuming he's the guy that they're sending to be the head of this expedition. So sounds interesting, like it. Sending them on a mission that seems impossible. Shout out Tom Cruise. Anyway, so I'm excited to get into this new series, but before I do, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I do reactions to animes here and a lot of other types of shows. And if you are interested in watching me go on this particular journey or any others, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know when I do uploads on this channel. And if you like this video, I would appreciate it so much if you showed some love to the like button as well. It just helps the girl out a lot with the algorithm and all those good things. And for those of you who've come back again, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome back. If you have not joined the gang, go ahead and hit that sub button as well, because hey, you've come back again, you're probably going to keep coming, right? Might as well join the gang. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 1 of Hell's Paradise, which is called The Death Row Convict and the Executioner. So let's get into the episode right about now. Uh-oh. That crow's coming to peck your eyes out. I actually heard that. This is also what I've heard, which is horrible, which is why they developed the guillotine. And even then, okay, my bro. All right, his neck said not today. Is it? Because it just happened. It's quite the legacy. I would assume not with that record. All right, so we're being shown the superhumanness of his body right off the bat. Ooh, these flames, though. We like it. To go from that to psychedelic colors, wow. Ooh, I'm gonna like this animation style a lot. They're showing off a lot just in these credits. Yes? Oh, he's a shinobi. Oh? Ninjutsu. Naruto. You know, This description is kind of horrible.
でやることもあったという。
Not this time. That is great imagery. Makes him look like he's otherworldly and not the good kind. Oh, hi!
別に抵抗してるつもりはないんだ。
He's like, really? I'm so compliant with dying. I really am.
おやさあな。
Oh.
理由は知らん。
Sounds suspicious. I mean, I guess you wouldn't. Maybe the shinobi killed your parents so they could take you to train you.
牛先は足にくくった。
We're just gonna go through all the different forms of torture here. Excellent.
股から胸にかけて避けたという。
Oh. Please tell me you didn't hurt the bulls. Dude, you're gonna break your teeth.
あなたは殺してほしいと言いながら、今も抵抗していたように見えます。
I mean, no one really wants to die.
昨日の質問に答えていただけますか？
Oh, that look, he's resisting that question.
里の長にも認められ、長の娘と結婚することになった。
Interesting.
この娘がとんだぐどんだった。
Excuse me. She's probably just trying to survive.
履物は脱いで上がるものです。
Right? Rude.
必ず一緒にいただきますという。
Yeah, she's training you how to be an actual human, not just a murderer.
このままじゃ鈍る。
Lose my edge.
捕獲の際に20人も殺した化け物です。
Only 20.
ガランドの男がなぜ20人も殺すほど。
It's true, his words and actions aren't quite lining up.
何をしている？なぜおとなしく死なない？性に執着などないだろう。
You sure about that?
映画までは長時間は持たなかった。
Why are you standing there?
どうしてまだ耐える？未練などないはずだろう。
What are you living for?
今度はどんな刑かな？
He's like, what fun whirly gig do we got going on today? How many creative ways do you think of trying to hurt me?
これは
Am I getting married again?
首執行人山田朝右衛門詐欺に。
Cool. We like women who have powerful positions.
お試し御用という役職にて。
Ronin. Okay.
女でか？
女で。
Wonders never cease.
この女。
Oh,
本物。
real fear. You don't seem to want to die, my friend.
死ぬのが嫌なのか？
Clearly not, my friend. You're not even thinking, you're just moving.
その生い立ちを聞けば無べなるかなと思います。しかしあなたは一つ。
What's that? The wife.
している。いえ、妻を愛している。
You want to get soft. The only person who can make you lose your edge is somebody you love.
はありませんか？
It's the power of the P, baby. It will crack down the hardest of thugs, man. You just woke up, huh?
ているだけではありませんか？
Oh, anger. That's the first emotion we've seen.
似合いの通りなら醜いものになれすぎた。
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there isn't some spark of humanity in there somewhere.
この顔を嫌がらなかったのはあなただけだもの。
Oh, that's why we didn't see it before.
でも、そう簡単に人の心は死な
Sorry,
な
look
い
at
わ。
how cheerful she is despite being assaulted and disfigured. Thought you were hollow. Bet you something's filling up right about now with a little bit of blood. She was like, hey, okay, that's a paycheck. I don't want to ask how you got it.
彼女と二人静かに。
That's what you promised her, and that's why you want to quit. I'm sorry, is that paper?
いかなる罪も無罪放免にし、さらには将軍のご加護が約束される書状です。
Keep talking.
あの世に行っていただきます。
Oh, well, sure, okay.
悲願
はい。
死ねってこと
Right, I'm like, I thought this was a pardon.
悲願常世の国とも呼ばれてきた場所
And
で
you
す
can just sail on in there with his bloody soul?
どこからか美しき歌声が聞こえる
I feel like some of y'all just probably just into a giant opium cloud, you know, flown over from China or something. Boats returned. Listen, if I actually found Utopia, why would I leave? Did you ever think maybe these people just like peace out Japan? Because that would have been me. Land flowing with milk and honey and I'm going to come back? Nah. Yeah, see? They were like, have some flowers and leave us alone. Oh.
その後も計5回派遣されました
Never mind.
彼らだったものを除けば
Oh, see, but they're happy. They died happy.
とはなんと名誉で
Well, I mean, we all become flowers eventually once we die.
私はその適任者を探すべく
Oh, did you? You could have started with that.
向かう際奥様はまだ
Is that the truth? Because if it's not, he'll kill you. And you'll deserve it.
彼女との性に思いはありますかガランのガビマル
Why is this woman so tall?
そんなよた話で出国などさせん
I'm sorry, we were having an A and B conversation. No one talked to you.
代わりなどいくらでもおるわ
Merely a man? You haven't been able to kill him for like 3 weeks, bro.
術が見たいと言ってたな
Mm-hmm.
非防止
Okay. I wanted to see it. Wow. Okay. He's a dragon. Cool. She's like, cool.
まずは江戸へ行き
直接島に行けばいいじゃん
He's like, can we just get this going? I got things to do. Wives to meet.
必ず生きて帰る
Okay, crazy eyes are back.
君のために
That's right. The power of love, baby. Or the power of the P, whichever. You know, maybe a little combination of both. You know, whatever. If it gets him moving, we'll take it. Is this the end or is it a music video? What's going on here? That is so funny considering how violently this episode just ended to have this soft, flowing, romantic music at the end. Seriously, Japanese people make me laugh. It's great. Let's see if we have any clips at the end here. Okay, guys, so that was the premiere episode of Hell's Paradise and love it. I'm in. I'm invested. Gabimaru, very interesting character. Storyline is not unique. We've definitely seen people motivated by the power of love storylines before, but I do like this idea. You know, already we got a really good sense of kind of who Gabimaru has been up until this point. Again, we're going to learn a lot more about him, obviously, as the season continues, but I really like how they drew out his, well, pieces of his past through the, oh gosh, what's the name they called her? The Asaman, the Asaman lady, the Yamada Asaman. Yeah. So anyways, I like how they used her and her asking about his history, his past, and how he got to this place allowed us to get some background on him without him necessarily doing a lot of exposition. And I really like how even in this one episode, we went from him being at the beginning very much like, why won't I die? I have nothing to live for. I should just die. It's weird. I should just die. I'm going to die tomorrow. I should die. And then through her asking him these very potent questions like, tell me about your past. And he's like, my parents were killed. I was taken in by the shinobi. That's as much as I know. Don't really care about it. Really? Because you vividly remember their bodies. So there's actually some repression there. But, you know, you tell yourself that. Then saying, yeah, I was raised to be an assassin. Okay, cool. And then what happened? Well, you know, I tried to leave. Okay, no, you're just skipping part of the story. Like, I love how she just kind of calmly kept going back, calmly kept, you know, and he kept doing little things to poke at her, right? When he's like, oh, well, if you're too ashamed to look at me naked, then give me some clothes. Come on. And she was like, I'm not, you know, you're being naked is not my problem. I just, you know, it's not my concern if you're dressed. I want to keep doing my work, right? So she doesn't really put up with his nonsense, right? The tricks that would probably have annoyed a lot of other people, she kind of showed that she sees through that and sees through him. But also he was kind of prodding to see if she was the real deal by those little kind of probing moments. And again, you know, you see all these things like the way they went through, okay, we tried beheading, that didn't work. We tried basically quartering him or pulling him in half, that didn't work. Boiling him in oil, didn't work. Burning him alive. I mean, if you take away just how disturbing all those things are, it's kind of sort of funny, but how they do all these things. But again, obviously this is showing us as an audience that his body is clearly superhuman. Like, he can do things that the average human should not be able to withstand. He is crazy strong. He is crazy fast. He's got some crazy abilities here, but that also tells me that all the people he's going to be encountering, the other people who are going to be sent to this island to do the same mission, I'm thinking, he's not going to be alone is my point. I don't think he's the sole special one going on this trip. But anyways, I like how, as I was saying, go back to my point, she's asking all these different questions, finding out about him, and then finally she gets to the point that he keeps skipping. And I like the way, I really love the subtlety when animation takes the time to show the subtlety of human facial expressions and how they tell a story. And you know how she says, oh, yesterday I asked you the question around what happened, like, why did you try to leave? Like, what was the reason? And he did that thing where he dropped his head and he kind of looked at her. So it was something he was guarding, right? That body language almost always says, I'm guarding something and I don't want to tell you. It's because it's important. Why do we guard anything? It's because we consider it important to us. And at the beginning of the episode, he's like, I have no attachment to human life. I'm hollow. There's nothing I care about. We hear the other man who is, walking with the executioner, who's saying, yeah, he's called the hollow because he doesn't cry. He has no emotions, like he's dead inside. But she's like, no, he's hiding something. Like, why would he's resisting death? He keeps resisting and he's hiding. People who want to die don't care about any of that stuff. Then we finally get him admitting that he was married. And of course he tried to gloss over his wife, but and I love the way they showed in the beginning when he was talking about her, he erased her face. She was just a shape, but a voice, right? The voice telling him, don't wear your shoes in the house, pray twice a day, say thank you, be a human, basically. And again, not really showing his full reactions, him just kind of acting like, what? How dare this woman tell me? And he called her stupid, right? I was like, oh, she's dumb. She was the dumbest girl I ever met. Oh, she's dumb because she lived a sheltered life. But I knew right away that when he said that she was dumb, I was like, okay, that's his way of kind of covering for the fact that she was innocent and kind, and that's something that he's not used to in a world of cruelty. Because I mean, everything I've ever seen about ninja training, it's not something that's kind or loving, or samurai training in this case. It's not a loving thing. It's typically brutal and very unkind, and it forces you to be this evil thing that can do these evil things, right? So anyways, I love that, again, we see the executioner keep poking through and saying, yeah, no, there's something else there with the wife. And then we see it in that final battle. She's like, nah, you lied. Like, that's really what you care about. It's the wife. It's the one part you held back from me. And when you did tell me, you were flippant about it, which made no sense. It didn't match up, because why would you try to run away because she was making you soft? The only way someone can make you soft is if you care about them and they're actually starting to affect you, right? So she saw right through his so-called act, and despite his saying that he was going to die, I love how they showed when she took out her sword and she got her position and she kind of got that intent, he knew immediately, oh, she's going to kill me. Like, she actually can kill me. This is not like these fools. She's going to move fast enough to hit me. And we see him for the first time actively that we can see, because later on we saw in the flashbacks that, he hardened his neck and he did these things to stop the death. But this is the time we actually see him overtly dodge her blows and flip around and do everything he can to not get touched by that blade. And she says to him again, why do you want to live? You say you have no attachment to life, but you're trying to live right now. She's like, I've seen enough people. I've executed people enough to know when they truly resign to life or they truly think they're going to die. You don't think you're going to die. You don't want to die. So why? Like, what is your point? Like, why do you keep fighting? And then, of course, we delve into the fact that he actually does love his wife, and she's gotten to him through just showing him this kindness. And we finally see her face and see that she's unfortunately endured abuse at the hands of her own father, but she's still this cheery, loving person. And again, the line of the episode, the heart does not die so easily. And she's saying basically to him, I don't believe that you're hollow. I think that you've been surviving this life that's been given to you, but your heart's still in there, and I'm going to find it. And she clearly did. And you saw him. I love that whole battle scene with the executioner where he keeps saying, no, I'm hollow. I'm dead inside. I'm a monster. And he's screaming it, right? Which if you truly believe something, you don't scream it at somebody, right? And it was, obviously him trying to convince himself of these things, but clearly he doesn't truly believe it, and neither did his wife, and that's why he loved her. Basically, it's because she saw through the horrificness of what he had done to this point to see that he really was someone who just wants to live a peaceful life with his wife underneath. So really like that from beginning to the end, we see such a change in him, even though it's one episode and only about 30 minutes. And finally, the executioner saying, yeah, no, like, you're full of it. You do want to live. And that's why I have an incentive for you to take
that will to live and actually get yourself the life that you really want, free of your father-in-law and as well of us. So the stage is set, and I love how even at the end she said he started to get, you saw that his whole air started to even get lighter once he's kind of accepted he doesn't want to die anymore. And now he has a reason to actually fight for his wife. He's actually acting more like a young man, which is what he is. So, I mean, we got to see a little taste of his ninjutsu. So we're in for a ride. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like Gabimaru is going to come up with a lot of surprises. And even though he's crazy OP'd right now, I have no doubt that we're going to see him level up as the series goes on. Because again, I feel like he's been put up against, you know, normal people up until this point. But I feel like once he gets to this island and gets on this expedition, he's going to be up against some people who have similar, if not better skills than him in some areas. And it's going to force him to level himself up so that he can meet them at where they're at. And since the premise is saying that he has to have an executioner go with him, I'm assuming that Sagiri is going to be going with him. So she's pretty badass in what we've seen, and I love the idea that he gets a female companion going with him as well. Very pro woman, very egalitarian in this particular anime, and I appreciate that, because sadly a lot of times in animes we know the girls typically tend to be the screamy damsels in distress, but this chick Sagiri looks like she's the real deal. So I'm looking forward to seeing her stand beside him and be a bit of a grounding post for him while he goes berserk. So great premiere in my opinion. Like it so far. Really looking forward to getting into more of the season. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.